Welcome back. May Allah accept from us our good deeds. Inshallah, let's take inshallah ta'ala the first caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh. I'm Brother Shazad and I'm from Birmingham.
May Allah bless you. Hayak Allah, Brother Shazaz.
I have a comment and there is a question that is also tied into the comment.
Inshallah ta'ala.
Okay, a lot of what you've just said earlier on actually answers quite a bit of it, but nonetheless there are still some things that need to be put across. Okay, my comment is that we're seeing today in society a lot of young youth, particularly the young boys, who are going around, with their pants hanging down and thinking this is a good thing. And a lot of young boys, for whatever reasons, are getting involved increasingly with drugs. Now, if drugs, we've seen how this can destroy lives, this can destroy families. Parents can be absolutely distraught, not knowing what to do, where to turn to, because it's such an embarrassing situation. Exactly. And its effects, are so widespread that we don't even know sometimes whether we're doing something wrong, whether you're a parent, or whether you're an elder brother or a younger brother to the person in question. And as such, this thing that they do, where irrespective of what this drug is, they think cannabis is nothing, but it's a drug and it's illegal and it should never be touched. Full stop. And this stuff causes corruption not only in the person's own mind and their body, but in society.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if this is corruption, then had we been living in an Islamic country, would they be put to death for those people who supply it and deal in it? Would they be put to death for causing corruption in the land?
Okay, Jazakallah khair. I got the question, inshallah.
That's all I need.
Okay. May Allah bless you, inshallah. Answer the question, inshallah ta'ala. Next viewer, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother, I have a question for you.
Inshallah, go on.
Is it a female lady is allowed to call the iqama in salah, in jama'ah, or when she is alone?
Is female allowed?
If a female is allowed to call iqama before salah.
I got a question, yeah.
Yeah, because I read the book that is not permissible for the lady to call iqama. I was a bit in doubt.
Inshallah, answer the question. Jazakallah khair, sister. Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum. Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm talking from Nottingham and I have one question.
Go on, inshallah.
My question is that what is the reward of a hafiz on the Day of Judgment?
Inshallah, I will tell you the rewards.
Okay, Jazakallah.
How many juz do you memorize? How many chapters?
He memorized the whole Quran.
I'm asking you about yourself. How much do you memorize?
He memorized the whole Quran.
You do memorize the whole Quran?
Yes.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. I will tell you the rewards, inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Okay, next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes, go on, sister. Inshallah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Tawakali, please.
Your name is?
Tawakali too.
Okay, go on.
My question is, I'm calling from UK.
MashaAllah, go on, inshallah.
My question is that, what is the Islamic perspective on regurgitation?
On?
Regurgitation. Someone that finished eating and bring it back to his mouth and eat again. Assuming you have finished eating now.
Yeah.
Then, after some time, all those things that you have eaten come back to your mouth.
Okay.
What is Islamic perception? Are we going to throw it out or eat it again?
Okay.
Do you get the question?
Not really, actually. Can you just, because I can't hear you properly, can you just raise your voice and...
what is the Islamic perspective?
On
Regurgitation.
Okay, which is?
Have you gotten it?
Yeah, which is what? Explain to me, please.
Regurgitation means when someone has finished eating, but after some time, the person now has some of the food in his mouth again.
Okay.
Is the person going to throw it up, throw it away, or can the person eat it? What is the Islamic view on that?
Okay, جزاك الله خير إن شاء الله تعالى. I got إن شاء الله. We'll answer the question. May Allah bless you. جزاك الله خير. Okay, السلام عليكم. Next viewer إن شاء الله.
Hello, السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Go on إن شاء الله.
Sheikh, may Allah bless you more and abundance.
آمين.
My question is not really direct to you, but I'd just like to make a suggestion. My name is Dawood. I'm calling from London. I really enjoy, the first part of the Islamic code, whereby you give the lecture about the provision from Allah, how to expand the provision from Allah. Is there any way the management or the authority of Islam channel can give you, like all the sheikh, about 15-30 minutes for you to give one dawah? Because I think, that dawah is more touching than the question people are asking. Please, that's my suggestion.
Inshallah, jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. May Allah jazakallah khair, inshallah. I'll put forward your suggestion, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, sister, go on, inshallah.
Hi, my name is Ayan, and I'm calling from London. I've got 2 questions I would like to ask you.
Yeah, go on.
The first question is it haram to donate your organs when you pass away? And the second question is, what's the ruling on giving money to a beggar on the streets?
Okay, I'm asking, the beggar, is he a person in need or someone who you think that he is like drug addicted?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
The beggar they are talking about, is it someone that looks like a drug addicted or?
No, there's just someone else who's homeless and asking for money.
Okay. Inshallah, answer the question. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Go on, inshallah, I can hear you.
Is it better to delay Isha prayers?
Okay, mashallah. Is it for women or for men?
For both.
For both, inshallah. Okay. طيب, jazakallah khair. Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Next viewer. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Well, let's begin with the comment of Brother Shiraz. It's actually a, mashallah, a very important issue that drugs always cause corruption on our society, and that our youth should stay away from it. Because the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that anything that will cause your mind to be absent or your consciousness to be absent is haram. كل مفتر نهى عن كل مسكر مفتر. So he asked about the people who trade in drugs. What their punishment if there is an Islamic state? Well, there is no an assigned or a clear punishment for those people who do that. However, some ulama may classify them under the people who cause corruption on earth, and then there are many punishments or different punishments for those who do that. Okay, so it's up to the rulers and to the Muslim ruler or the judge to design a punishment that suits this issue, which is or this offense, which is the selling of drugs. But there is nothing in the Quran and the Sunnah that says the punishment of selling drugs or selling these unlawful things is such and such. So therefore, it is up to the judge, okay, to judge upon this issue, okay. But those who cause corruption on earth, they have, Allah Ta'ala in the Quran mentioned many different punishment on them, not only the execution, which is killing them. So therefore, it is always referred to the judge to say, to design a suitable punishment to stop such practice to happen in the land of Muslims. Okay, we have another question here from a sister saying, from Nottingham, saying, what is the reward of the person who memorized the Quran, the person who memorizes the Quran? And mashallah, she said that she's from those who memorize the Quran. It is very good that to hear this. First of all, the one who memorizes the Quran is more likely to be in the highest ranks of Jannah. The one who memorizes the Quran is most likely to be in the highest ranks of Jannah. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of resurrection will say to the person who memorized the Quran or who used to memorize the Quran, Allah ta'ala will say to him, اقرأ وارق ورتل كما كنت ترتل في الدنيا فإن منزلتك عند آخر آية تقرأها. Allah ta'ala will say to him, recite the Quran now, and by each verse you will be elevated a rank or a degree in Jannah, and the last degree that you will be elevated to is the last verse that you memorize. So it depends on how many verses that you memorize in this life, your rank in Jannah will be determined, or you will be assigned there. So if you memorize, for example, 20 verses of the Quran, you will be elevated 20 ranks and 20 degrees in Jannah. And in the Jannah there are many degrees. Some ulama said there are obviously more than 6,000 degrees, because the verses of the Quran are more than 6,000. So you will be elevated in high ranks of Jannah because of memorizing the Quran. Secondly, you will be given the chance to intercede before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for some of your relatives, especially your parents, to enter Jannah. Allah ta'ala will give you this honor, inshallah ta'ala. So it is a great honor for a person to memorize the Quran, and there is a huge reward for him in the day of resurrection, because he memorized the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But more importantly, it's not only memorizing the Quran, it is about putting it into practice, and taking it into practice, and practicing, implementing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Quran. Because Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah ta'ala will bring those who memorize the Quran for the sake of being honored in this life, okay, and they didn't have any intention to make it sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala will call them and will say to them, "Oh my slaves, I've given you a lot of bounties in this life, in the dunya and in the world. What have you done with it?" They will say, "Oh Allah ta'ala, we have memorized the Quran for the sake of you." Allah ta'ala will say, "No, you have memorized the Quran to be told what a great reciter, what a great man, what a righteous man or righteous woman, and this has been said." Then Allah ta'ala will say, "Your intention was not to me, it was for the people, for showing off," and then will command his angels to drag him to the hellfire. So therefore, more importantly is to act upon what is in the Quran, and to be sincere in memorizing the Quran for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. The ulama or the Sahaba used to memorize 10 verses, act upon them, implement them, and then go to another 10 verses, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah bless you and reward you. Jazakallah khair for this question. Sister asking about donating organs. If she passes away, is she allowed to donate her organs? Well, the ulama have two opinions about this. Some said, okay, your organs are not belong to you, you don't own them. It belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, you don't have the right to donate them to other people. And some ulama said, no, if you die, okay, you won't be in need of using these organs. And if you help to save a life, it is like saving the whole people and the whole humanity. So therefore, it is better that there is no harm of donating one of your organs to other people if it's going to save their life. So therefore, there are two opinions here, and I think the second opinion is more, it goes with the principles of Sharia, and there is no hadith or verse in the Quran that that contradict with this opinion, and the first opinion has no backup in the Sharia. It's just an opinion of some ulama. So therefore, it is allowed to give your organ to people whom you think that they can save their life after you die. You ask about giving your money to beggars. Is it allowed or not? It depends on you see the person who is seeking help from you, or the beggar in the street. You see him, if he is in need, then you should give him. You should give him or give her. Allah Ta'ala in the Quran said, وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. And the one who's asking for help, seeking for help, or seeking for some of his needs, then don't turn him away, and don't be harsh on him. If you can help him. So it is allowed, of course, it is rewarding to help him or to help her, unless if you doubt that this person is seeking money, or is begging money just to and making a habit in his life, and he's not in need of it, or he's going to misuse the money by buying drugs or buying certain things. So therefore, in this case, you don't give him. But if you see someone who's in need, then of course it is rewarding to give, inshallah ta'ala. It depends on the situation. You have to evaluate the case. But generally, if you don't have to investigate, but just evaluate and see if it's the person is in need, just help him and give him, inshallah. May Allah ta'ala reward you. Bless you. Okay. Another question here we have is it better to delay the Isha prayer? And I asked the sister, is it for men or women? And she said for both. Well, if it's for men, they usually pray, and they should pray in the masjid. So therefore, it is better for them to pray in the masjid, even if the prayer of Isha is, if they're going to pray it earlier. It is for men, okay? But if by any chance the person or the man missed the prayer in the masjid or the masjid, and he had a time, he planned to stay awake for during the night for a longer time, then he can delay the Isha, but don't delay it beyond the mid of the night. You have to pray it before the mid of the night. Okay? So if the mid of the night is 12 o'clock, then you have to pray before that time, because the time of Isha finishes at the mid of night, according to the most correct opinion of the ulama. As for women, because they don't have jama'ah to pray with, so therefore it's better always to pray, to make the prayer of Isha, to delay the prayer of Isha just before they sleep, and also before the mid of the night. Okay? So this is the sunnah about Isha. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam in the sound hadith said that if I don't fear that I may cause hardship on you, then I would have delayed the Isha. I would have delayed the prayer of Isha. And in some narrations that I would have delayed until the mid of the night. So you can delay it. It is sunnah to delay it if there is no jama'ah that you should pray with. But generally, men should pray in jama'ah in the masjid and at the time of Isha, which is agreed upon in the masjid. So inshallah ta'ala, this is the issue of delaying Isha Salah inshallah ta'ala. Let's take more viewers inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Go on inshallah.
Brother, I have 3 questions if that's okay, inshallah.
Go on inshallah, yeah.
My first question is it permissible for the bride and groom to exchange silver rings during the wedding function?
Okay.
My second question is it permissible to hire a female photographer for the wedding? And my last question is it alright for a brother to wear a 100% silk tie?
To wear 100% what?
Silk tie.
Silver?
Sorry, silk.
Silk, okay.
Yeah.
Silk tie, yeah? Okay.
Inshallah, thank you.
May Allah bless you, inshallah ta'ala. Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
May Allah bless you. Go on, inshallah. Can hear you?
Yes, Sheikh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Inshallah, go with the question, inshallah ta'ala.
Sheikh. Number 1, I have 3 questions, Sheikh.
Inshallah, go on, inshallah.
Jazakumullah khair for answering me. The Juma prayer, Juma in the mosque. The age of 6 or 7 years of age boys, can they stand behind the Imam on the first line? Number 1. Or if it is not according to Sharia, or tell me please.
In the front line, yeah?
Yeah, front line. Which is in our country, they don't allow it.
Okay, I will answer this question, inshallah ta'ala, yeah. Okay, second question.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, go on, inshallah.
I've got a couple of questions, inshallah.
Go on, inshallah. Bismillah.
The first question is, what does Islam say about the couple who live as in separate?
Is it by the choice of the man or by their choice both?
For example, is the choice of the man.
Okay.
The second question is, my sister who asked her husband for a divorce and she didn't get it. After 3 months, she got another husband. Is that acceptable in Islam?
Repeat that again. She asked for divorce for?
She asked for divorce for her husband. They were nearly married 15 years, but when she asked the divorce, he didn't give it to her. And she has no reason for it. After 3 months, she came to us and said she's got a new husband. Is that acceptable in Islam?
Without going through divorce procedures?
Yes, without the man giving the divorce, without anything.
Did she go to an imam and the imam dissolves the marriage?
No, nothing like that. It's just after 3 months she said that she's got a new husband.
Okay. Anyway, this issue has to be investigated. But however, generally, this is, of course, it's not allowed. But inshallah, I will explore it, inshallah, once I answer the question.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair.
Oh, yeah.
Next viewer, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Brother, I asked you a question in the beginning. I was the second caller.
Yeah, okay.
But you didn't answer my question. I was waiting,
Inshallah ta'ala. What is the question?
This is about if it's a female lady is allowed to call the iqama. I was waiting, but I didn't hear the answer, brother.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. Barakallah fi. Next viewer, inshallah. Sorry for that. I missed the question. Next viewer. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Go on, inshallah, can hear you. Bismillah.
I just wanted to ask you one question.
Yes.
My name's Intisar, I'm from Portsmouth.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know, are you allowed to pray Qadha straight after you pray Asr? Because at school I always miss Zuhr, so I don't know.
Okay, do you pray Asr in Jama'ah?
Yeah.
What do you pray it, in the masjid or in the...
At home.
At home in Jama'ah? Do you pray it in congregation or do you pray it alone?
Alone.
Alone, okay, it's fine. Okay, I will answer the question, inshallah ta'ala. What's the reason that you don't pray Dhuhr on its time?
Because I'm at school.
You don't have any place where you can pray?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, how old are you?
14.
14. Okay. Is it secondary school, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And what you finish? Oh, obviously finished just before. خلاص. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. I answer the question generally, inshallah ta'ala. Next viewer, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Go on, inshallah, bismillah.
Hello.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. I can hear you, inshallah ta'ala.
My question is, my name is Nasir, first of all, from Coventry.
Most welcome, Nasir, bismillah.
I would like to know about abortion for a pregnant which is very unmature, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I mean, before the raw has been put in.
Okay, so you talk about the first month or second month of
pregnancy.
A pregnancy.
Yeah, abortion is that allowed? Can you do that? Maybe for different circumstances. Is that allowed? And the second question is, Sayyidina Bilal, who was the wife of Sayyidina Bilal?
Okay.
Because there's some rumors of racism and so on and so forth.
Of Bilal. Okay, I will, inshallah ta'ala. The question about what do you call it? Astaghfirullah to Bilay. The portion is, I need your phone number, inshallah ta'ala, if you could leave with the control room, because I need to investigate further on the causes and the reasons why you want to do this, inshallah ta'ala. So hold the line, inshallah ta'ala, and give your number to the control room, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Okay, let's answer the question, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have a question here saying, is it allowed to exchange rings? Okay, inshallah ta'ala, now we have to break for short break, inshallah ta'ala. After the break, I will answer the questions. May Allah bless you, inshallah ta'ala, and stay tuned. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول